Hi, Ashley here with hearthookhome.com, and today we are learning how to do professional seamless color changes in crochet. This helps your work look a lot more professional and a lot cleaner and a lot crisper, and it just makes you take that level up on your crochet skills. So let's get started. In order to change colors, first you need color A and color B, and we are going to do a color change with a single crochet, although when you do your color changes, it doesn't matter what stitch you're using. It could be the single crochet, double crochet, triple crochet, whatever. You're always going to do the same exact thing. So I'm going to finish off this row of single crochet, and when I get to the end of this row, we're going to change to yellow. So we're going to continue on ho-humming along. We're doing our single crochets. Now when you get to the last stitch, right, we're going to start it. So I've got my 2, right, for the single, yarn over, pull up a loop, and now normally we would go ahead and yarn over and pull that through, but we're not going to do that because we're switching to yellow. So grab your yellow. Now you want a tail of at least 4 inches. I usually do about 6 inches. So we've got about 6 inches worth. Now you're going to fold it over to where you've got a little loop on this end, and you're going to hook this end and pull it through. Okay, so we'll go here. This is our red that we were working with, so we're dropping that. We're picking up a new. Use this, pull it right on through. Boop, beautiful. Now we can tighten up this red a little bit, tighten up the yellow just a little bit. Now when we go to start a new row of single crochet, we've got these 2 ends here because these are our yarn ends from where we changed colors. Now we're going to do a single chain to start the new row of single crochet. So we chained and turn. Now, to kind of help lock those into place even more, I'm going to pull them a little bit tight so that they're not going anywhere, and I'm going to fold these, take these 2 and lay them on top of my work. Okay, let me pull my yarn a little bit. So I'm laying those on top of my work. So now when I start this row, I'm going to go into the first stitch. I'm going around these 2, and this will help to lock those into place. So I'm going to do a single crochet, locking those 2 into place. Now I can kind of pull them a little bit more, and I'm going to single crochet a few more times, locking those 2 colors into place. So if you do maybe 6 or 8 or 10, however long your yarn tail is or are, then you've already kind of woven in those ends. So I will keep going. Single crochets. Now I'm going to clip these 2 yarn ends so they're not just hanging out here. Okay, so move those over. Now I'm continuing on with my yellow. And to start a new row of single crochet, I'm going to chain 1 and turn. Now we go into these single crochets. When we get to the end of this row, we can switch back to red, and it is the same exact method. And like I said, whether it's double crochet, you complete everything in that double crochet stitch, you complete everything in that single crochet stitch, you complete everything in that triple crochet stitch, except for the last time you pull through. So this one we're starting, okay, we're going to switch back to red. See how this looks nice? Nice and clean and even. We're going to switch back to red. So we're going to start this stitch, yarn over. So now we've got the 2, right? So if this was a double crochet, we would do all of the double crochet. We would yarn over, stick it in, pull up a loop, go through 2, and then once we have these 2 left, then we're going to say, oh, let's pick up our red. So we'll pick up this red. Remember, we have about 6 inches worth. We're going to pinch it to make a little loop. And instead of pulling that yellow through, we're going to pull the red through. Okay, you kind of got to hold it, pinch it with your fingers so that you have something to leverage to pull on, right? So now we've got yellow. I'm going to pull that a little bit tight. I'm going to pull the red a little bit tight. And now kind of to lock that new color in place, we're going to chain 1 and turn. And now we're going to take these 2 colors, kind of pull them just a little bit tight, just to kind of lock them into place. And we're going to lay them on top of our work. And we're going to crochet around those yarn ends. And like I said, you can do this for 6 stitches, you can do it for 10 stitches, you can do it as long as your yarn ends are if you like. And if you wanted to, if you really think that this is something that's going to get a lot of use, a lot of washes, and be, you know, rough, like if you're giving this to a toddler who's just a crazy tomboy and, you know, gonna get a lot of use out of it, you could leave these even longer. And instead of snipping them with our scissors, you could take your yarn needle and weave them in even more if you wanted to, just to make sure that they're ultra locked in and they're not going anywhere. It's not necessary, but you can. So we're crocheting around these 2 strands to lock them into place. And when we get to the end, if we wanted to, we could change back to yellow. Again, you would just make sure that you only have those 2 loops on your hook and go ahead and pull through with the new color. And that, my friends, is how you change color in crochet.